Once upon a time, in a faraway kingdom named Mieu Thach Huyen, everything was peaceful and beautiful. Birds sang sweet songs, golden butterflies danced among blooming flowers, and kind-hearted cats lived happily in their cozy village. Light didn't just shine in the sky, it also glowed in their hearts, helping them through cold winters and hot summers. But one day, before the sun could rise, an owl's hoot echoed through the dark forest. A bad omen. A wicked witch named Black Crow appeared. She wore a black cloak and her red eyes glowed like burning coals. The witch stole the kingdom's light and hid it deep in the darkest shadows. The next morning, the villagers woke up to find the sky gray and gloomy. The trees withered, the crops died, and the birds flew away. Darkness and sadness spread everywhere. In a small village lived a brave little cat named Anne. Anne was poor, his red scarf was worn, and his straw sandals were muddy, but his heart was kind and full of courage. Seeing everyone so sad, Anne stood in the village square and declared,
"I will go find the stolen light and bring it back to our kingdom."
With just his red scarf, a small cloth bag, and a single dried fish, and set off on his journey, his eyes shining bright with hope, and entered the dark forest. The trees loomed over him, their branches drooping like they were crying. As he walked, and met an old beggar cat sitting by the path. The cat was thin, with gray fur and tired eyes. The old cat whispered weakly,
"Please, child, I'm so hungry. Do you have anything to eat?"
And looked into his bag. He had only one dried fish. If he gave it away, he might starve. But then he remembered his mother's words.
Kindness will light your path like a candle in the night.
So Anne gently placed the fish in the old cat's hands. The old cat ate, tears glimmering in his eyes. Then he smiled kindly and said,
"You are truly kind. Go on, child, you will find the light ahead."
And with that, the old cat vanished into the mist and didn't understand, but his heart felt warm, like a candle glowing in the dark. Deeper into the forest, Anne came across two magical glowing orbs. One orb was full of gold and jewels. The other was filled with delicious food, warm bread, sweet cakes, and fresh milk. A voice whispered softly,
Touch me, and all of this will be yours.
And hesitated. Just one touch, and he would never be poor or hungry again. But then he remembered his mother's words.
Greed will make you forget what truly matters.
So Anne shook his head and walked away. Suddenly, the glowing orb shattered, turning into a nest of venomous snakes. The snakes hissed and lunged at him, their fangs dripping poison. And grabbed his rope and used his sharp claws to fight. After a fierce battle, he defeated the snakes. Just then, the old beggar cat appeared again, but this time he looked strong and wise. His fur was now white as snow, and his blue eyes were gentle and kind.
"I am the forest cat god. You have passed the test of greed. Go forward, brave one."
With a wave of his paw, he revealed a shining path leading to the entrance of a dark cave. And stepped into the cave with only a small oil lamp for light. Suddenly, shadowy cat figures appeared, their red eyes glowing and their whispers filling the air. The shadows pounced at him, but Anne was quick and brave. He dodged and fought back, using the light of his lamp to drive them away. At the heart of the cave, Anne saw a shadow dragon cat. It was huge, with black fur and glowing red eyes full of pain. A dark arrow was lodged in its chest, and felt sorry for the dragon. Instead of running, he walked forward gently and placed his paw on its fur.
Don't worry,
he whispered.
I will help you.
Even though the dragon roared in pain and carefully pulled out the arrow, in an instant, the darkness lifted and the dragon's eyes turned a calm, beautiful green. Its black fur turned silver, shining like the moon.
You have healed me.
The dragon said softly.
Climb on my back, and I will take you to your final challenge.
The dragon cat carried Huyen over towering mountains and soft, grassy valleys until they reached a calm, mirror-like lake. Across the water stretched a delicate bridge spun of glowing strands of light. Beneath the surface, Huyen saw images from his past, his loving mother by the hearth, his father working the fields, the villagers smiling and chatting. A mysterious voice whispered,
If you doubt yourself, you will fall into the deep chasm of despair.
Huyen closed his eyes and let his heart guide him. He stepped forward slowly, never looking down, never hesitating. He crossed to the other side, where a tall tower stood proudly. At its pinnacle awaited a bright shimmering gem, the kingdom's stolen light. Guarding it was the witch Black Crow herself. She screeched and hurled bolts of darkness at Huyen. But the unwavering light in his heart, and the faith of everyone who longed for a brighter tomorrow, glowed through the gem. Huyen rushed forward and touched it. In that instant, a brilliant flash lit the sky. Black Crow screamed, then dissolved into nothingness like smoke blown away by the wind. The darkness that had smothered the kingdom melted away, replaced by warm, gentle sunshine. Carrying the gem back to the village, Huyen set it gently in the central square. Light flowed outward, restoring life to every corner of Mieu Thach Huyen. Trees donned their lush green leaves once more, crops flourished, birds returned in jubilant song, and the villagers wept tears of joy. The king, grateful beyond measure, offered Huyen immeasurable riches. But Huyen only smiled kindly.
True light does not lie only in this gem, but also in our compassion, courage, and faith in all that is good.
He refused treasure, asking only for a few seeds to sow in the next season. For generations, parents would tell the tale of the kind, brave cat who overcame temptation, healed sorrow, and restored light to the kingdom. At bedtime, when children snuggled close, listening to the story, they would drift into dreams filled with shimmering light, the gentle wings of the silver dragon cat, and hearts filled with love and faith in life. May you sleep well and dream glowing, radiant dreams.